Hello, and good morning again. So, hopefully that last one turned out fine. Hopefully this one will also turn out fine, because everything's showing correctly. Also, this ability. It turns out it actually is in this game, I just completely missed it last time. Also, it's got a crazy high level of requirement, so there's a reason that I probably never ran into it. But yeah, at 24, as in the level that they just frickin' got, they get their, have a free turn ability. So, that's all well and dandy. So potentially can abuse the hell out of that using Steve. Potentially having essentially these supports kind of rally around Steve, and then just like keep giving him turns as he keeps going and backstab and stuff. Might be able to, yeah. I think we just found a way to beat the end boss. Any dang ways, moving on. So they couldn't all get that ability, but let's do this. As before. These guys are back here. These guys are off on the flanks. And these three are backing up the front. Pretty hard. And with any luck, it might actually be possible to hire somebody this time. Oh, and also, I was introduced to the fact that yes, I can actually hire gremlins. Oh yeah, it's Gamp this time. Right, that's why Chaos is so much nicer and I don't have weird memories from my very first time through the game. Actually, no, first time through was neutral. I think it was just every time after that I kept going to Chaos. I think that was... So first time through, I know I went neutral. And then... I think I went neutral and then went back and tried at Chaos. Just because I think I had assumed, like, if you don't rejoin the Resistance at that point, that it was just, like, you get an instant game over as everybody gets invaded or something. Because this seemed like the kind of game to pull that sort of thing. But, any day, anyways. Right. So, only need to get rid of Gamp. Go down this way. Why don't you go ahead and... give yourself some accuracy. Hold up Mom's knife. I don't know if anyone watching this actually would have played Binding of Isaac, but whatever. Yeah, there's an item in that that's basically just like a butcher knife. It's... okay. It's a weird roguelike that pretty much functions around the idea of a traumatized little child going around squirting tears at stuff. Yes, it is a very strange game. But you pretty much just start off as a sad baby, and then you just collect items as you go along that just keep adding weird mutations to your character. So like stuff you get like a frickin' hanger, for God's sake, and you're just walking around with a hanger through your forehead for the whole rest of the game. It's a very, very strange thing. But yeah, one of them's this knife, and then instead of crying all the time, you basically just chuck this butcher knife across the room. And it's pretty much the strongest weapon in the game, which is weird because I've heard a few people complaining like, oh, it's so terrible. You know, you basically just lose the game if you get this thing. It's like, no. You basically just run up and stab stuff at that point. I don't know what you're complaining about. Oh, dang. That thing just blocked the friggin' axe with its face. There's one metal griffin over there. Needs a cool hat and laser tail. Delicious coffee. Now, physics and crap aside, I don't know, there's something crazy satisfying about the new dagger animations. Like, I guess he was going for just accounting for all the different damage types between just stabbing and slashing, and couldn't really have them do different animations in those cases. But, yeah, I don't know, there's something weirdly satisfying about it. Like, normally I would say something along the lines of, oh, you know, why isn't it this stabby thing? And I really like the old stabby thing, but it's just so weirdly satisfying. I don't know what it is. I would say it's basically the game in a nutshell right now, but... I mean, it's not weird satisfying, it's just really good satisfying. Like, everything's actually balanced now, satisfying. Well, except for siege bows, but those are getting a nerf in the next patch. So that is good stuff. It sounds like there's actually a overall nerf to ranged weapons at the in the next patch. See how that goes. But yeah, they've actually had their power, or siege bows have had their power increased technically, but yeah, everything is nerfed across the board. So yeah, well, you know, wherever that winds up. Sounds like there's going to be a change to projectiles too. And that, for example, if a class has no ranged ability whatsoever, like a Berserker or something, well, I forget if he was gonna be okay with Berserkers chucking rocks, but either way, they were gonna have their ranged link abilities removed. Yes, I should probably get to that whole pacifist run before then. Gonna tip-tap their health lower. Which I'll actually be starting right after this. Which, yeah, I was gonna do Siege Bow on you. No, that's 3 to 8. You just got a really good shot off. Oh well. So yeah. I was gonna do another regular Iron Man run with just like an instant permadeath rule kind of thing. And I decided, screw it, why not just do that with the pacifist run? So there might be 3 runs at the same time, that won't get confusing at all. But actually just wanted to do at least the first part of that pacifist run so that I have it out there. So that I can't stop. Oh, wait a second, Ganelon? Is that supposed to be a Zelda reference? Or was that Gamelon? I don't know. They get sued for referencing something so stupid? Dang. Friggin' damage, though. Oh well, but we'll see how all that goes. But pretty much it was one of these cases where, after going back and forth with different ideas and everything else, it seemed like the perfect name finally came up for that run. So it's gonna be friggin' Colonel Homestar. Oh man, that should be amusing. Off in search of all the $5 havers. And a packed lunch. As nobody friggin' knows the reference. Which is weird, because I thought all the Homestar stuff was a lot more well-known than it apparently is. But yeah, no, there's this bit. It's basically this old web cartoon from a while ago that's actually still going, to some degree. But it started off as just a guy checking his email. And in one of the episodes, they get invaded by their neighbor. And so they just all show up with, like, salad bowls and wooden spoons. Just pretending to be an army. The guy running it is a Homestar runner who declares himself the colonel of it. Yeah, this all looks fine for rhyme. But, anyway, I think we can do rhyme. Why not? Saves down here, right? What? No, where's my... Ah. Have to make a new save and transfer that over. Okay, so I don't even have that one transferred over, so... Yep, save on this one. Okay, these guys, though, need that ability. Up lingering. You should already have it. Nope. Get rid of Selfless, because screw that one compared to this. Alright. You have lingering... douche. There we go, he hasn't picked it up yet. And then you have it, so... They're all primed for makeouts. Go ahead and save it instead of going for a hard save. And then rhyme happens, and then they go and they talk, and then Lance gets betrayed. Well, not so much betrayed as ambushed. Guess we'll override it anyway. Doo-doo-doo. Alright. So they end up fighting strictly for the... Think of it, wasn't that Knight the leader last time? No matter if the Black Knight's the leader, why the hell isn't he... Oh, whatever. Yeah, I like how this ends up changing each time. You come here on neutral and they're kind of just taken by surprise. You come here on chaos. They're like, no, we're just fighting amongst each other. Do this thing for points. Yay, 160 points. Alright. Oh wait, you can actually throw a fireball at it. I realized that I probably should have had them leveling up their augments instead of giving them two different abilities, but... You know what? I didn't, so... Whoops. I think all we need is to take out that healer, take out that octopus for the hell of it, even though you probably won't be able to hit anyone, and then go take out their leader and call it a day. Gotta say, for its other challenges, this run is very time efficient. Oh yeah, so I should mention, I was talking about that pacifist run last time. So, I ended up changing a little bit on that, because, okay, the whole reason that I ended up going for it as time went, essentially I remembered that it's level 5 in order to go and pick up your respective abilities and everything else, and just couldn't stop thinking, oh yeah, they have to get to level 5, they have to have their $5 in order to hire anyone. Well, no one's, like I said, I don't know if that many people that would be looking at this have ever seen all that Homestar stuff, so... Can you snipe her? No, you can't. Like Bob the Builder, but it's Rapari the friggin' crossbow gremlin. I like the thing, he's like a little drone with a crossbow just duct taped to him. Kind of an idea. Yeah, I think just mashing this guy outright would be a little bit faster than going for the healer. Actually do more damage than she's healing. So even best case scenario, it's only like 1 or 2 turns until he goes down. Because all things considered, even though he has remarkably high resistance, I think he probably has some Balder on him or something. You know, despite having much higher resistance than he seems like he ought to, he's still not very defensible against arrows at the moment. Yeah, this army should be pretty noticeable there, buddy. Oh, you must be that guy! I'm so perceptive. So many friggin' roving bands of fairy gangs in this local area, you know, it's hard to tell sometimes. Heavy crossbows are just so good. I'm glad that they're actually getting a nerf next time. It sounds like they're getting a nerf. Because, yeah, they're, pretty darn strong. I don't know why I chucked a rock there. That shouldn't have been the way to go. By the way, for reference, despite many games portraying crossbows as kind of an anti-armor weapon, and you know, they were to some degree when padded armor became more of a thing. Like, okay, so they had a lot of different stuff going on armor-wise. But, just different stuff became popular at different times. So, like, early on, you had, you know, pretty much Gambazin as kind of the entry-level thing, and then you put mail on top and that kind of thing. So they've got a lot of speed, but they don't have a lot of weight to them. So they won't necessarily reliably punch through mail and stuff like that. Ooh. Hi, Vice. Stuff's going great for you. Dude's about to get home. Oops, it was an accident. You know, those accidental assassination attempts. And see, he lets him go. Not like a crazy psycho murderer guy, he only does so when he has to. Didn't work out so well for all the resistance guys here, but whatever. And instead of being at the castle when it happens, he's over here. Man, writing this thing must have been confusing as hell. Alright, and then we go to Kilmorka yet again, because that just seems to happen every 5 minutes. But yeah, that'll happen right now, actually. Now let's drop another soft save. Save later. Alright, so everyone else just kind of surrendered. Duke died. Warren's all like, hey, check it out, I'm in a coma, and then Merton and Gildas join. Guess what? You're allowed to join. You know why? Because we're gonna need you later. They're needed for Coda stuff. There we go. So next up is Bode. Kind of weird that after taking over the resistance here, you don't actually get a bit, you don't really get the bit about, everything being... I'm an idiot. The word I'm looking for is title. You don't get a title. Right. Where is that one I'm looking for here? Cressida, what's your deal again? Hasn't been heard from since. He's supposed to show up in one of these or something. So this is just to kind of show you it doesn't count as a retreat if you use the retreat option in those cases. Oh well. I don't know. I don't know what the hell happens with her. This is probably just not the route. Like I said, I don't really remember the whole thing for recruiting her. Anyway, Bode next time. See you then.